Alright, you ready? It's going to sound real nerdy. There's nothing for you to be involved. I'm just saying this is going to sound nerdy. What's up? It's Raz. You're all wondering how to do this Fear the Darkness node, and I'm having some real success with it. So I think I learn better when I see something. I hate reading, and I like putting together videos and shit. So here we go. Fear the Darkness. So there's a couple of things I think you need. I said them in chat earlier, I think, somewhere in here. I'm doing this with like a mirroring system, so I'm looking at my phone, which is screen recording. It's the best I can do. So if I go up to Node 8, launch. Right, so I've got Star-Lord, Minerva, Ronin, Fury, and Shield. Took me a while to land on this. I'll show you my roster. So I've got Ronin at 4 stars, 4 reds, 6 yellow. Haven't felt the need to max out any of these. To be honest, it probably will be the next one I do. If I spend gold abilities, it'll be on Ronin. The reason I picked Ronin, this bloke clears positive effects, super handy. That also works if it's on an assist too. So if he assists anyone, Star-Lord or Fury, I don't think he assists Fury. I think if he assists Star-Lord, that'll also clear effects, which is real handy. Yeah. The summon, I haven't maxed that out. I think this is the one I'm going to max out because more often than not, I really only get 1 minion. It's cool to have 2. So yeah, I might max that one out. But the big utility for this is the minions are handy for a couple of reasons. Obviously, they give a heal block, and the Noble will offense up Minerva or Ronin as well, or it's just assist anyone else, which is cool. Besides their individual abilities, when one of them dies, which is most of the time immediately after I summon them, Minerva's passive is triggered, which increases her speed bar, so she goes even sooner, which is fucking dope. That's awesome. So that's really helpful. But yeah, the real utility in this is the negative effects. The 2 negative effects from all. So Rick was in chat before throwing around how the Noble will clear effects. Very true. This is on command clear, and it's everyone 2. So that's kind of nice. I know the passive is every single turn, so I get why the Noble wins there. But this is 2 from everyone whenever you need it. You can save it and then bang it out. I actually find 2 from everyone's not enough. There's still 1 or 2 after the fact that are lingering. So yeah, this is handy, handy to have. Yeah. This one here, the damage is cool, but the ability block is a control. So I love the control of this. This fucking works awesome against Hand Sentry, against shit. Hawkeye. If I'm waiting to if I pop Fury summons, get those buffs, and then need to spread them, and then Hawkeye goes and fucks me up, and then I can't spread anything. It's real annoying. So I can block him. You know how it works. It's just real handy to have in this game mode. Trust me. And then his passive. So whenever a Kree ally, blah blah blah. I don't know. Handy. Particularly because Minerva's always gaining energy from Star-Lord. The way I position the team, Star-Lord just feeds straight to her, then she cops a heal. It works. It gives her a bit of resistance as well, gives him a bit of resistance as well. It's good. Works out. And to round it all out, the fact that he's 4 red star, help me make the choice. For me, it works. That's the point. You'll see what I mean when we go through it. Next up, not shield operative. The only reason she's high is because I use Shield Fury, you all know, and she's got 5 red star, so she gets jacked up there. Star-Lord next. I've got 1, 2, 3 abilities maxed out. Elemental Blast probably going to come as well soon. Once I get enough to do that one in the summon, I'll probably do both at the same time. I'm just OCD like that. I don't want to have too much extra laying around. So his damage is cool, very good. This is why you need him with Minerva. Alternatively, you could use Jessica Jones, which adds good utility as well for the same purpose and gives it all-out cleanse. Because I had Ronan, I went for Star-Lord over her because he also gives energy on turn. So he's feeding her, he's feeding himself every turn. Plus, if it's that turn and this is up, then he charges Minerva right up. It's very good. The blinds are also a really, really effective form of control in this mode. Everything hits hard. Everything fucking hits hard. If you know, for example, Strange is coming up with his Winds of Watum, or if you know Gamora's coming up with a big offense up ultimate, whatever the fuck it is, you know how it works. It's just it can help you avoid a whole lot of damage, and I think that is honestly the name of the game. All the utility stats and stuff that I'm mentioning are all designed around survivability. You want to live. You want to live long enough to see the fight out, to be able to drag things out so long that you can control slowing them down, restricting their turn meter, so you can get off what you need to get off and get back to Minerva and heal. Yeah. So survivability is it's the main thing. Yeah. So yeah, Star-Lord on command, ability, and then passive per turn ability. Very cool. Helps charge her up. Awesome. This one here again, everyone's base attack benefits happen with assists. So if it's my security, I get a slow. If it's Ronan, I get a dispel. And if it's Minerva, I get a bleed. So very handy. Yeah, assists, very cool. Also, if it's any of the minions too. So if it's shield operative and she crits, it's a speed bar. Turn meter knockdown. If it's one of the security, obviously slow. If it's Reaper, it's a bleed. And if it's Noble, it will clear a positive effect as well, which is pretty cool. So that's why I chose Star-Lord. Got lucky with 3 stars on him. That's enough. It was more about his utility. You really got to feed Minerva in this strategy. Yeah, I think Minerva makes it much easier in the interest of making my game experience a bit easier. So I'm sticking with this strat. All right, Fury, my boy, Fury. I've got reinforcements, ultimate, and passive maxed out. Obvious reasons. I think anyone that's got running a Fury team and has the ability maxes out the passive first, then probably the ultimate. Sitting clean on 50,000 points. Love that. So obviously the damage. His ability energy that he grants to adjacent allies. It's fucking handy, man. It's even for security and Ronan. Ronan earns his dispel faster and his ability block faster. Security gets his stun faster, which is awesome. The stun is unreal. You get a lot of. I mean, I'm only up to note 8, but see Deadpool a lot in this. And with my particular team, if I use the ability block ultimate from Ronan, or the blinds from Star-Lord, and it happens to hit Deadpool, he heals for a percentage of it. It's fucking huge, and it's shit. So if it happens, and he's low turn meter, and I can get security in there to stun him, then he doesn't heal, which is real handy. We know how stun works, so that's cool. Cool. Minions. No, sorry, not minions. Fuck you. Buff spread. Defense up. Very, very important. Same reasoning as, like, it just supports the survivability point that I was mentioning. So everyone gets defense up. They even get a little heal as well, which is nice. If Minerva's next or something and everyone's fucked, and this just gets you through, perfect. Yeah. What's really cool is on a lot of these nodes so far in the first 7, there's a few death proofs getting tossed around on their team. So shield operative summon steals death proof. I have to wait for it if I can. If I can see a situation where I can not use this ability here, and next turn shield operative steals death proof, I can save it just for that. That's cool too. So it just saves someone going down real easy, especially with a Deadpool on their team. If he uses his special and cuts past security's taunt and fucks up Minerva, it's game over. You've got to restart and go again, or wait, or finish it out, depending on how close you are, and wait for the next day. So, very useful tool. If you've got Fury, highly recommend for this game mode. Security. We know what security does. The slow and the stun is really, really fucking useful. Slowing, for obvious reasons, but it's so handy in a long, drawn-out game to get more turns in on your behalf because you've slowed them. If you're worried about, if you know Strange is about to get off res, or Hand Sentry is about to stealth everyone, and it's being able to stun is huge, and it's block value. So I had this guy already ready to max up because I had the Fury team, and I had the 3 red stars on him, which was cool. So easy choice. Plus his taunt, his taunt is not, it just happens when anything dies. So it also triggers off any of your minion deaths. So as soon as you summon any minions with Fury or Ronan, and they pop one, straight up, he taunts, has defense up, and they redirect their damage to him, which is awesome, on the end. So, no-brainer for me. For this combo, no-brainer. His obvious shield benefits for having Fury in there as well. It's the 2 together. Any more you want to put in, okay, great. But hey buddy, my dog's just woken up. Can you call him in, please? Maddie, can you call him in, please? Go on, buddy. Quick. 1 sec. See you, champ. Cool. And last but not least, all this hooks on Minerva. My particular choices link up with using Minerva as a strat. So I got real lucky 4 red stars, and in her campaign, I just got fucking super lucky with her drops, her all drops from her campaign thing, and I got her to 5 stars. I did not buy any packs for this. This is all just fucking luck. So, I got very lucky. Okay, why is Minerva so good? Why is she non-negotiable? I'll show you right here. Okay, so pretty standard, easy little attack, adds a bleed, throws a regeneration on the most injured, non-summoned. Handy, but not why I chose it. Yeah. The res part, 30% of why I chose it. Yeah. Heal the most non-ninja ally. Generates ability energy for Ronin. Cool. Yeah. And it reses someone. It gives them death proof twice. Most of the time, the person I've been losing is either Nick Fury or Shield Security because he's taunting so much and he gets fucked up. Or it's Nick Fury because he's right next door and they're using chain attacks and it just bounces onto Fury. And too many of those accumulate before I have a heal ready, or before Minerva's turn or whatever. He dies, I res. If I have to res Shield Security, then he gets 2 death proofs and he's got that extra bit of padding, so he can't drop next time he taunts. And if it's Nick Fury, he gets death proof, and I spread that to the whole team. So it's awesome. It's really cool. The only thing I've noticed, I'm not sure why, but it applies 2 death proof. And when you use Rally, I think is it Rally or whatever spreads his positive effects, it only spreads 1 count of death proof, which is annoying. I thought it mirrored everything, but obviously it doesn't. It spreads 1, but even 1 spreads to everyone, spreads to your minions. It's sick. Yeah. This is 70% of why I picked Minerva. DK was asking me if he should use Minerva because she's quite low in his roster. I still think yes. For this year, read the text. Steal 15% health from all allies and redistribute to all enemies and redistribute to all allies. Fuck the additional 4,000 health. This is like cheating. Like I don't know if they. I don't know if they did this just for Fear the Darkness, or I don't know if they did this if they didn't realise how good this was going to be there. Surely they must have known. But because everything has such high health, using this steals 15% of their health. So it's 1 million, and that's 150,000 heal for every single one of your players. And I have very rarely used this and not healed every single person on my floor back to full health in one go. That's it. Not only that, it takes 15% off everyone on their board, which makes it the biggest AoE DPS attack available. Period. That's it. It's the biggest, it's the most damage you can do. You take 15%, 150,000 times. Sometimes there's 8, 9 people on the board. I can't do them. I'm not going to do the math, but the shit is huge, yeah? And it gives you all that health. So a quick heal for everyone, and you bring them down all at the same time equally. Awesome. If you use this when they are in that last little bit of red, it kills them. If you use this when they're in that last little bit of red and they've got death proof, it still kills them. It just cuts them. It cuts straight past death proof. It kills them. So, and everyone gets healed. So you can understand why this is a priority to give her an energy battery. Yeah, she needs Minerva or she needs Star-Lord or JJ. Just fucking feeding her. Yeah, and that's why Rick was talking about the Kree team. I use Kree. I love them. They're my 3rd highest team, I think. But so I know there's a lot of energy going around, but it's not specific. It could land on anyone. It could land on Minerva every time. It could land on fucking Royal Guard every time. You don't know. So this constantly feeds her, and within 2 turns, I can have that back to full. I can blast them again, or I can save it until I need to heal. Simple. If I know something big's coming up, like there was a node, I think it was node 6. You start and they have 2 crossbones on other ends of the map. Yeah, so I know I'm going to get fucking bombed at some point. So I made sure I got my defense up in prior. and then took the hit, and then the other one went off, healed back up to full. It's like nothing ever happened, and those I pretty much neutralised those crossbones because that's all they're fucking good for, and they can't do it again for 6 turns or whatever it is. Yeah, so not only so this is all good, but why I said read the text. This does not depend on the power of your Minerva. If you have a 3-star, 2 red star Minerva like DK, if you get a level high enough, this will still do the same amount of damage and healing that mine does. It's not based on her health, it's based on your enemies. The only thing that is going to help her, the only reason you'd want to jack up her level and want a better one of her, is so she survives long enough to get that off. Yeah, she's going to have a bigger health pool and she's a bit more resistance armor. So even if she's not strong, if she's 2 and 3 or 1 and 3 or whatever, level her up, train her up, get her up. The reason I haven't done any of her orange abilities, this only grants an extra 1,000 health. That's fucking nothing, man. I don't need that. They can keep that shit. I don't need that health. Same with the revive, 2,000 healing. Yeah, the 15% of the character's max health is what's important. Yeah, the other figures, that doesn't get me excited for orange ability mats, and I'm not using that here either. This is bullshit. Yeah. So her passive, I mentioned about the minions. Any of the minions die, it triggers if anyone dies, it triggers her passive. So if any of the minions die, she changes her speed bar by 20%. Between Fury summoning 2 to 3 minions on his summon, and Ronan summoning 1 to 2 minions on his summon, if they use it in AoE and I've got all 5 up, it refills her speed bar. If it's awesome. So that's the added benefit of summons. Yeah. The on enemy death proc isn't like it's. Sure, I'll take the shit, but it's not something like this. It's not used. It's not really what I want this passive for, because you're not killing things on a regular basis. Yeah. Cut. All right, so my video just fucking fucked out. I had to restart it. I'll connect it together afterwards. On to security, slow, stun, block, multiple taunts because multiple minions are dying. Keeps their focus on him. He blocks most of the shit, so he's a good tank. Minerva. The other thing I just forgot about, I've slipped this in the video. The other thing you need to think about, well, factored into my choice anyway, is the unique ability mats you need to get everyone to this level to be able to enter the game mode. So I think Rick put something in here a while ago. He did, sorry, which is super helpful. Check this out. So you can see where your overlaps are. I don't want to build a team, for example, based around Bullseye, Wasp, JJ, Sabretooth, and Punisher, because they all need 12 molecular cloth. So that's quick math, 60 molecular cloth, and the shit drops once a week if you're lucky. So all of my team, all 5 of them, had their, no one shared a unique item, which helped me get there quickly. Fury had the serum, Minerva has Gamma, so if you are going to use this same strat, if you want to use Vision, Iron Man, Hulk for some fucking reason, you got to have you need 24 Gamma, and they barely come up. So Minerva's our own Gamma, Fury's serum. Who else did I get? Security's Shield Tech, Ronan, Promethium, and I believe Carbonadium is Star-Lord. Yep. Think about that. Yeah, it's in Discord in the resources channel. Peace. So I'm going to start node 8. I'm up to now. And I'm going to show you how this. I have not tried this yet. If I cut and edit, it's because I restarted the match for bad RNG or whatever. But I haven't even had a crack at this one yet. So I'm just smoking this. Like the team is just smoking this. Like they just mincemeat all these fellas. Boom. Attack 1, 13.6. There we go. 2 attacks on this one. I did this overnight, like at 11:55, and then it reset and I finished it off immediately. Very cool. 1 attack, 1 attack, 1 attack, 1 attack, 1 attack. These guys are. It's a good team, man. I'm telling you. Survivability, Minerva, dispels, defense. Here we go. So let's have a look at node 8. I wonder if I can hear. Have I got some shit to hear? I'm going to just see how it goes without healing first, and then if Starlord gets fucked up turn 1, I'll reset and heal him, and then we'll try again. So. Alright, so I restarted. It wasn't because Starlord got wasted turn 1. What was it because of? Oh, resist, bad resist. So I tried to stun Groot, resist. Tried to stun Rocket, resist. So it happens. Let's try again. Speed this up. Alright. Get these boys in. Slow Groot, perfect. That's a good start. With any luck, we should be able to stun Groot with that minion. Alright, so here's, I showed this last round, but obviously I cut it. Ultimate time. So, see everyone's health? Yeah. Pop this. Nailed it. Cool. So let's mitigation. I can fucking hurt someone here with the ult, but damage mitigation is more important. And I know Rocket's got some good shit coming up, and also Minerva just used her ultimate, which means she needs refilling. It's a priority. So let's hit Rocket. He resisted and it hit Cap. That's annoying. Okay. See, all the minions are gone, but Minerva's speed bar increases because of it. So that's pretty cool. Let's just clear that taunt. Bang. Minerva's up. Let's start chipping away at Rocket, because him and Groot are nasty. We've got no buffs to spread, so there's not much point in doing that. Boom. Boom, boom. Cool. So with that initial slow, turn 1 that I got on Groot, it came all the way back around, and now I get to stun. He doesn't get the heal or the immunity buff. He can't help Rocket with his ult. Okay, cool. First guy down. Security's down. Not a biggie. We are going to clear that. Groot's back in the game. Cool. Now revive. Probably going to hit Fury, I reckon. Yep, hit Fury. Bring security back with 2. So he's now got and he immediately taunts. Awesome. Let's start feeding Minerva more energy. Boom. Even if they resist, the energy is what you want. The blind is helpful, but the energy is what the key there. Cool. Spread this shit. Defense and a minor heal. And there's a cunt. There's a thief. Cool. So if I use the ability block now, it's going to kill that Ravager, which is going to trigger her proc and heal Starlord a little bit as well. It's going to ability block at least Cap and hopefully Groot and We'll see. Cool. Yondu and Cat will take it. Slowing down. All right, now everyone's pretty low. It is a bit early, but I don't really want to risk it. Yeah. The ult's already back up. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 point ult. Refilled in 2 turns. Boom. Drop their health again. Heal back to full. Getting it. Start refilling her back up. Every time she gets that energy too, Ronan heals her. So the synergy in this, for a team that was not traditionally meant to go together, is pretty fucking good. The almost game over part of this strat is if Minerva dies, which is why it's good to get that death proof up. Let's get rid of... Let's keep getting Rocket. Fuck Rocket out. Get him, son. Get him. Slow Groot down again because he's a pain in the ass. Minerva's looking pretty vulnerable. We need to do something about that. I'm going to use this for the heal aspect, because if I don't, she's going to be dead and won't be able to roast shit anyway. So let's just use this. Boom. Awesome. Let's clear that. Security's a champ, man. Boom, he's re-taunted. Oh, we need that heal. Alright, we're going to heal. This is not the end of the world. Ideally, we'd have a res as well, but we can keep going. Start getting that energy back. More minions. Minions also offer distractions too, so instead of them targeting your people, they take out the little ones. Okay, great. Res is back up because of the energy. Star-Lord gets some love. Security's back up with 2 death proofs. This is it, guys. This is it. Again and again and again and again. Lock out who you need to lock out with the ability block and the blind. Give her the energy. Slow who you need to. Stun who you need to. Heal when you need to. And again. And again and again. And again and again and again. So I'm going to save that stun for someone more important. Okay, we want to ability block Iron Man, I think, because I think he's almost ready for his ult. A blind will be better, so we can get him to use it and not have it anymore, but for 2 turns, I'll take that out of the game. Death proof gone. Oh, Star-Lord's down. Dick, who is that? That's alright. Keep cruising. Don't you do it, bitch. Gamora, this one here in the back, I think is about to use her offense up ult, so let's slow her down. See if we can't stun her. Let's get some minions in the mix as distractions, yeah? Ah shit, that's not good. Okay, that's cool. So let's go. I'm going to use it on Rocket, that way it eats his counter attack on one of my minions. Oh, never mind, it fucking fucked him up, son. Cool. Let's go Gamora. I'm not going to use that heal yet because I need the res. I need the res. So keep chipping away. It's getting dicey. We might have to use this. So, boom. Clear that shit. Boom. She is going to get her res next turn, so we just have to hold out for that and hope it's security. Or Star-Lord for more energy, that way we get security back faster. Cool, we'll take it, whatever. Okay. Now, you don't want to drop people to, just one and then leave everyone else up, because if I drop Groot, or, bad example, if I drop Gamora, and when they get down to 5, they respawn the next wave, and they bring in 5 more dudes, I'm not ready for that shit at all right now, so I need to bring them all down together. If I can get them all low, or most of them low, and then use her ult to knock them all out in one hit, clears the board, that's the move, yeah? So let's start working on Iron Man, because he's a pain in the ass. Get rid of his shit, boom. Come on, we need that energy, more energy. No, okay, it's game over. You get it, yeah? Hit me up in Discord if you want me to look at your roster and shit, and or whatever. Hit me up in game. But I hope this was helpful. I'm telling you, with a reset and a bit better RNG, I'm going to finish this node tonight. I'm going to keep pushing. So, peace.